Welcome to the Crypto Lab channel. In this video I will talk about AmpCoin price prediction and AmpCoin news today. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Write in the comments your price forecast for AmpCoin in 2022. AMP is described as the new digital collateral token offering instant, verifiable assurances for any kind of value transfer. Using AMP, networks like Fleexa can quickly and irreversibly secure transactions for a wide variety of asset-related use cases. AMP claims to offer a straightforward, but versatile interface for verifiable collateralization through a system of collateral partitions and collateral managers, where collateral partitions can be designated to collateralize any account, application, or even transaction, and carry balances which are directly verifiable on the Ethereum blockchain. Collateral managers are smart contracts that can lock, release, and redirect collateral in these partitions as needed, in order to support value transfer activities. AMP supports a wide variety of use cases for collateralization, and also introduces the concept of predefined partition strategies, which can enable special capabilities such as collateral models through which tokens can be staked without ever leaving their original address. So let's start with the most important news of the past days. A Mexican lawmaker wants the country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. Bitcoin adoption as a legal tender could spiral to a new high, as several governments around the world are already looking at the practicality of adopting the flagship digital asset within their jurisdiction. Mexican senator is preparing Bitcoin bill. According to available information, a Mexican senator, Indira Kempis, is working on a bill that will see Mexico accept Bitcoin as a legal tender. The bill will be fashioned after El Salvador's Bitcoin law, and is expected to be submitted to the Mexican Congress later this year. Senator Kempis believes that the adoption of the asset would be a potential driver of global financial inclusion for the country. In her words, "It is clear to me that financial exclusion is one of the public problems that few of us have addressed with feasible alternatives, and that this type of technology is allowing us to generate an alternative so that millions of people can be included in the financial system." Kempis is not the first government official in the country to push for crypto adoption. Others like Eduardo Mura Hinojosa started working on crypto-friendly legislation last year when El Salvador announced its adoption of BTC. However, it is unclear if this bill will see enough support when it reaches Congress. This is considering the declaration of the country's president in October last year, that Mexico will not follow the footsteps of the Central American country. El Salvador became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender last year, and its adoption has helped boost the country's tourism sector by 30%. The international community remains against Bitcoin adoption, while pro-crypto lawmakers around the world are looking to make Bitcoin a legal tender within their jurisdiction. International financial organizations like the International Monetary Fund (IMF) have released papers and urged El Salvador to ditch the legal status of the flagship asset. According to its most recent warning, crypto assets like Bitcoin carry a large risk, and its usage could affect the financial stability, financial integrity, and consumer protection of citizens in the country. Lawmakers in the United States have also been forced to act as they recently set up an investigation to look at the effect of El Salvador's adoption on the economy of the US. If several countries were to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, this could affect the US dollar status as the reserve currency of the world later in the future. Next news, EU commits to cutting Russian banks off from SWIFT over Ukraine invasion. The European Union has resolved to isolate Russia from the international financial system, including $3,793 plus $208.03 of interest under 26 USC 6611, calculated to January 28, 2022, refund check on February 14, 2022. Interestingly, the JERS refused to accept the refund because the IRS didn't acknowledge the true reasoning for issuing the refund. This reasoning is essential to create a precedent for other stakers to protect themselves from IRS scrutiny in the future. The JERS decided to take this to the court to get a formal court ruling. In a court document dated February 28, 2022, the tax division of the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, dismissed the JERS attempt to get an official ruling from the court on staking. In the document, the DOJ argues that the JERS case is moot. In other words, there's no issue that remains unsettled, open to argument or debatable, because the IRS has issued a full refund including the interest, exactly what the JERS requested. Here, the United States granted a full refund of the amount the JERS asked for in the complaint, with interest and without receiving anything in return. It was not an offer to compromise the case with each party giving up something. Thus, there is nothing left to adjudicate. Plaintiff sued for a refund and received a full refund. When the United States tenders full payment of a refund even during litigation, no case or controversy remains, and the refund claim is moot. Moreover, the DOJ disagrees with the position that the JERS can seek to get a court ruling on staking income by refusing to accept the refund. The DOJ argues that the court can issue a refund for any reason other than the one raised by the taxpayer. The Jarretts also initiated this lawsuit to find out the reasons behind the IRS issuing a refund, so they, and others, can use this as a basis to protect themselves from future IRS scrutiny on similar matters. The DOJ stresses that prospective relief is unavailable in a refund suite. Each tax year is unique, and a court ruling related to a certain tax year cannot be relied upon to get relief for future years. In certain cases, there are exceptions to the concept of moot mentioned here. The DOJ also explains that the Jarrett's case is not eligible for any of these exceptions to warrant a court case either. For all the above reasons, the DOJ believes that the court should dismiss the case. The Jarretts getting a refund check from the IRS was an exciting moment for the crypto community. The community appreciated the Jarrett's attempt to take the case to the court without just accepting the refund to get an official ruling and set precedent for other stakers. Although this was an ongoing case with a pending resolution, by relying on facts presented in Jarrett's complaint, some crypto users prematurely believe that staking income should not be taxed at the time of receipt. Unfortunately, the new information presented in the motion for dismissal showed that the Jarrett's case is not strong enough case to rely on yet. It will also be interesting to see the Jarrett's response to this motion of dismissal. Until the IRS issues further guidance, it is conservative to report staking income at the time of receipt. Let's take a look at the near future of AmpCoin. But before diving into AMP price prediction and discussing the numbers that might bore you for no reason, let's talk about AMP's history and background on the market, and how it helps the blockchain solve its problems. Is AMP a good investment? How much will AMP cost in 2025? Or how much will AMP cost in the next 10 years? AMP rate prediction 2022. The value of AMP will continue to rise, thanks to the efforts of network developers and community investors. Therefore, the settlement price for the year 2022 is bullish. AMP is expected to reach a maximum bid of $0.037 by the end of 2022, according to analysts. On the other hand, it is very optimistic that the future of AMP will eventually grow. Thus, the predicted average price of AMP will be between $0.031 and $0.032 expected in 2022 depending on the market. As stated in the same slogan, the maximum price of AMP ranges from $0.031 to $0.037 for 2022. AMP rate prediction 2023. It appears that by 2023, AMP prices will hit a level similar to their previous all-time high. For 2023, we can expect the average rate to be $0.045. If everything goes smoothly, we predicted that AMP's maximum price could be up to $0.053 in 2023. Of course, there are chances that the market will fall after a long bull run, and this is normal for the cryptocurrency market. AMP rate prediction 2024. AMP has huge potential. With certain interactions and innovations, it is possible to increase the number of users and advertising. If the market focuses on investing in AMP, the price could rise much higher. By 2024, it may reach a maximum value of $0.076. AMP is expected to reverse slightly if the market goes down. The year 2024 could end with an average price of $0.066, a minimum price of $0.064, and a maximum price of $0.076. AMP rate prediction 2025. In 2025, with wider adoption and partnerships among other important blockchain networks, the price of AMP will skyrocket. The maximum trading price may reach 11 cents in 2025. The price ranges will be very trendy if we stick to them. If all goes well, we can expect an average price of $0.094, with a maximum price of 11 cents for 2025. AMP rate prediction 2026. For a long-term forecast of the AMP price, basic analysis is important. In terms of industry benefits, the native token offers several.